Let's start, all of you. Hmm? Okay, let's start. So, yesterday we learned something about Isaac Asimov's, the fun they had. So, who will tell me the two characters from this small story? The characters, name of the characters, two characters, the important two characters. I don't want the name of the mother, I want the name of the girl and the boy. Yes, one is Maji and Tommy. Very good. That is Ahmed who came first with the answers. Very good, Ahmed.
Margie and
And
Tommy.
don't use the microphone. Okay, don't use your microphone. And Sienna, don't present. Don't present. Okay. Majji alla, not Majji. It is Margie. Margie and Tommy. Tommy. Okay, Margie and Tommy. So we have Margie and Tommy, two kids from future, and these kids, what they do is they find a book. They find a book from the attic. Okay, they find a book from the attic, and they are really surprised by the structure of the book. They have seen several books in their lives, but they have never seen a paper, real paper, crumbly paper, and letters that doesn't move at all. ഓടിക്കളിക്കാത്ത അക്ഷരങ്ങളും ഒന്നുമില്ലാത്ത ഒരു ഒറിജിനൽ ബുക്ക്. It was an original book. The letters running around and the letters staying there itself. Wherever you go, whichever pages you take, whichever pages you turn, wherever you can only find letters staying over there itself. It is not vanishing off, or it is not running around. It is staying there itself. Maji is a little bit disappointed, and Tommy also is a little bit disappointed because of the book, because they have seen several books on their TV screen, the television screen of theirs, from where they can read millions of books, and also the television screen can hold much more. Okay, but this was a single book where they only had certain things in that. After reading the whole book, they have to throw it away. It was mere waste. It was nothing. Okay, it was just mere waste. So Tommy was not at all happy with the book that he had in his hand. Okay, and Maji was a little bit afraid when she heard that the book was about school. She was really surprised, like she was really scornful. Not surprised, she was scornful. She was thinking, what we have to write about school? What is there to write about school? It's so boring. She hated school. Okay, why she hated school? Because it was a mechanical teacher. She didn't have to go to a building where there were a lot of children of the same age, and there were physical teachers teaching them. She had to go to a room inside her house itself, where there will be a mechanical teacher placed with a big screen on its belly. And with using that screen, she had to learn. And her mechanical teacher was giving test after test without any stop, continuously. She was, yeah, this mechanical teacher was giving test. One second, I'm was recording over here. Okay. So this mechanical teacher was giving test after test. Sorry guys, tomorrow onwards this won't be like this. Okay. Yeah. I know Deepak. I know. I'm just recording this. I'm recording in two places. I'm trying to see if I can record in two ways. Okay. So this mechanical teacher was giving test after test to Margie. It's okay. Thank you very much. Yes. Okay. So the mechanical teacher was giving test after test in which subject, by the way? Can anyone tell me which subject the mechanical teacher was giving test after test to Margie? Yes, Carol. Very good. Carol was the first person to answer. Geography. It was geography. Okay. It was geography, the subject in which the mechanical teacher was giving test after test to Margie. And she was doing very good, right? Was she doing good in geography? Her results were coming. Sumit, very good. It was not coming really good. It was coming very bad, right? It was she was failing test after test, and her mother was not impressed at all. What's her mother's name? I had kept it for this time. What is Margie's mother's name? Mrs. Jones, Alina. Very good, Alina. Very good. Mrs. Jones, Alina came first in that. Okay, and yes, Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones was not at all happy with Margie's results. She thought that Margie was doing really bad. She's not studying properly. So she had to bring in whom? She had to bring in one person to look after the teacher, right? So who was brought in? County Inspector, yes, Ahmed. Use course. Very good. That is County Inspector, yes. County Inspector was brought in to look after the mechanical teacher. And the mechanical teacher was having the problem. It was not the problem with Margie, but it was indeed the problem with the mechanical teacher. The mechanical teacher was giving test after test because the geography section was out of tune. Okay, the geography section was out of tune and it was tuned a little bit faster. Instead of the grade of a 10-year-old, it was set to a further higher grade. So this mechanical teacher was not working properly. So the county inspector came to Margie's house um, in order to look after it and in order to correct it properly. And Margie was really hoping that the county inspector would take this mechanical teacher away from her house because she was not at all liking how she was being taught by the mechanical teacher. Okay, it was just a mechanical teacher. It was not a person like me. I am a real person, right? I am wearing my dress. I am having beard, two eyes, a nose, ears, hair, receding hairline, everything, right? Hands, then legs, everything. Okay. I am a human being, but that was a mechanical teacher. Okay, stomach, you want to see everything. Okay, everything. Everything. So this mechanical teacher, it was just staying over there. It will not move. Okay, it won't move. No, it will stay, and it will do what is being said to it. Do it, and do it, do it, do it, do it. Come on, do the math geography. After doing the geography, I'll give you maths. Okay, do the maths, science, English, biology, civics, history, everything. After that, one after the other. Okay, so it was not at all giving space. No PT. No, 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 no PT. Then Maji will ask, sir, please give me PT for some time. No, no, no PT, no PT. Study, 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 study. Everything. You ask me PT, I will not give you. Okay, don't ask. This year, no PT. Even after school opens, don't ask me for PT. Okay, guys and girls. Okay, okay, and okay. No, can't play PUBG also. It is blocked for kids to play PUBG over there. Okay, nothing. Free Fire, no, no games. Only studying. It was so boring. That's why Maji. But did Maji hate the mechanical teacher the most, or did she hate something else more? Huh? Hafiz. Yes, Hafiz is correct. Slot. What slot? What slot? Huh? What slot? Huh? The slot where you have to, yes, very good. Answer sheets, homeworks, punch code. Somi, very good. Somi Thomas. Punch code. Very good. The slot where you have to put your answer sheets and homeworks and everything in punch code. It was not like you write in a paper and put it in the slot. No, it was a slot where you have to put your punch coded paper into it. Okay. So she was taught when she was 6 year old how to punch codes on paper so that the mechanical teacher could easily give the reply or give marks for the test paper. Okay. For all the job that does, she will get a mark accordingly. And it was prompt. It was not like you write exams, you wait for 1 week, and the teacher comes with an answer sheet and reads out the marks in the classroom. No. Put it, him. The marks will come on the spot, on the screen. Putting into the slot, and there it is on the screen, big screen. It will be there. Okay. It was as simple as that. Okay, writing the exam, knowing the marks. You don't have to wait for 1 month or 1 week or anything like that. Immediately you will get it. So she hated school most. These all things. She hated school most. That's why she was very scornful when Tommy said to her that the book was about a school. What do people write about school? That is what she was saying. So let's see what Tommy and Maji learns about school from the book. Okay, and that too, words staying inside the page itself, not moving around, not vanishing off, staying over there itself. What do they have to write about in school? Let's see. Tommy looked at her with very superior eyes. Because it's not our kind of school, stupid. So he was reading the book. So he had gained some knowledge already. So he feels that he is more superior, and even though he is a bit older than Maji, he thinks that he is superior to her. He knows a little bit more. He says, because it's not our kind of school, stupid. Eh, what do you know about the schools in older days? It's not our kind of school where you have to go into a room where there is a mechanical teacher sitting over there, and then you sit in front of the TV or screen and you learn from that. No, it was not that kind of school. This is the old kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. He added loftily, okay, loftily, hundreds and hundred years ago. I am recording this. Don't worry. I already posted yesterday's video link. You can see it in Classroom, Google Classroom. If you go over there, you can get it from there. Okay. So don't worry if it is breaking. You can watch it afterwards if you want to. Okay. So this is the old kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. He had it loftily, very superiorly. He says to Maji that this school was not like our kind of school. This is an old kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds years of ago. Okay, pronouncing the word carefully. Centuries ago, not hundreds and hundreds. Centuries ago. Okay, Maji was hurt. Oof, she was hurt. Well, I don't know what kind of school they had all that time ago. അത്രയും പഴക്കത്തില് എങ്ങനത്തെ സ്കൂളാന്ന് ഞാനെങ്ങനെ അറിയാനാ? I'm a small child. I'm 10 year old. I'm 11 year old. I don't know what kind of schools they had centuries ago. Okay. He read the book over his shoulder for a while, then said, "Anyway, they had നിങ്ങൾക്കൊക്കെ ഇപ്പം മനസ്സിലാവും ടീച്ചറിന്റെ വില എന്താണ്. ഓക്കെ, അല്ല സോറി, അങ്ങനെയല്ല പറയണ്ടത്, ഞാൻ തിരിച്ചാ പറയുന്നത്. യു ഡോണ്ട് നോ ദ വാല്യൂ ഓഫ് എ ടീച്ചർ, ബട്ട് if you were born in the future, that is centuries and centuries after, you won't find a teacher like me or any other teachers in the school. Yesterday some of you were making fun of some teachers and all, right? You won't be able to make fun. There will be mechanical teacher. If you make fun of mechanical teacher, he will give you one beating over there itself. That's it, finish. Okay. So you won't find teachers like yeah, so ഒരു ടീച്ചറിന്റെ രോദനം, that is it. Okay. Hmm? You won't find teachers like us at that time in the future. So you are all lucky guys. Okay, you are all lucky people. Because why? You are able to go to a school, you are able to see a live teacher, flesh and blood and skeleton teacher. You are able to see such a teacher right now. Okay, your kid. Okay, when it is his or her time, at that time they won't be having teachers. You will be telling your future generation, that teacher Gauri Priya, that teacher, yeah. So what, fat teacher, where will you find? You will only be seeing a slim TV. Okay, so just think about it. You will be sitting. You after, for example, you all will be living for like when you grow older. You will sometimes some companies might find a medicine that will prolong your life, and you will be like living hundreds and hundreds of years. Okay. Hmm? Imagination. You can think anything. Okay, with your imagination, you can even go to space, galaxies, travel galaxies through with your imagination. So this is imagine things. Okay. Yes. So imagine that you are living hundreds and hundreds of years by eating one medicine created by a created by a school, not a school, a company. Okay, and you eat this medicine and you live centuries and centuries, and at that time you find kids learning through different ways, like not going to a school, sitting inside a room, they're not leaving the house at all. And just think about it, and you will say, നമ്മളൊരു കാലം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. You will not be speaking like this. You will be speaking like this. നമ്മളെയൊക്കെ ഒരു കാലമുണ്ടായിരുന്നു മക്കളെ. Okay. അന്നൊക്കെ ഷട്ടിൻ ഷാറും നമ്മക്ക് ഇട്ടിട്ട് ക്ലാഷൊക്കെ എന്ത് രസമായിരുന്നു. Will you say or not? I don't know if you will say or not, but you will be speaking to your children. See, Mariam, this is imagination. You can imagine anything, no? Okay, so this is how it is, right? Just think about it. Huh? We are all very lucky people. We are all very lucky people. Even though we are going through a lot of problems in our life nowadays, but still we are lucky people. We could see greenery around us. We could see trees. We have a very good climate. We are having a very good air to breathe. But it might not be so in the future. We cannot say how our future will be, right? Jokes apart, seriously, if you are talking, we cannot predict our future. We cannot say how our future will be. Will it be bleak or will it be bright? Huh? So we cannot say anything like that, right? So here, this little Margie, she was really surprised to know that they had a real teacher to teach them. Sure, they had a teacher. Tommy says, കുറച്ചൊന്നും എന്താണ് പുള്ളിക്കാരൻ സ്വമേധയാ വിചാരിക്കുന്ന എന്താണ്, Tommy thinks that he is superior to others, superior to Margie, because he knows a little bit. He has already read the book. So they had a teacher, but it wasn't a regular teacher. It was a man. Ah, see, I told you, it was a man. A man? How could a man be a teacher? Thinks Maji. Well, he just told the boys and girls things and gave them homework and asked them questions. A man isn't smart enough. Maji tells, because in the future, all the work, all the superior work is done by machines, according to the author. Huh? Okay, these are all things like Maji doesn't believe that man. Uh, yeah, I think by saying man, a human being. Okay, a human being cannot know much. Okay, so they were using because man was not smart enough. They started using a mechanical teacher in the future because the mechanical teacher can store more things than a single person. See, I am an English teacher. I may not be good in science or maths. Maths, never. Blah. I don't know anything about. You ask me one plus one, I will say it is 10. Okay. Yes. So, maths. If you ask me to take maths, I will say I'll resign my job. I'm going. Like tata, sir, salam. Okay, bye. I'll say that because I only know English, how to take English, and I might be able to take somewhat general knowledge. Brilliant. Okay. So 5 plus 5. I think it is 4. No, I know it is. Yes. A man teaches a subject. Students,
Wow.
if you see, it is not like that. Students can learn because why? That is what we see. Don't think that a student learns every subject and a man can only teach. It is specialization. I'm just joking. I know it is 5 plus 5 is 11. I know that. Okay. I know it is 5. It is not 4. I know it is 11. I know. So you see, it is. Ha! Anna, who said? Eh? Okay. So, yes, jokes apart. Okay, let's come back to the lesson. Man is smart enough. Yes, Gauri Priya, that is a valid point that you have made. Yes, man is smart enough to make a robot, right? Mechanical teacher was made by a man, but she's a girl of 11-year-old. Okay, 11 years old. She's only 11 years old. She doesn't know much. Okay, so she's saying man doesn't know anything. He isn't smart enough. That is why he is not teaching us. That is why the mechanical teacher is teaching us. She's thinking like that. Okay, sure he is. But Tommy tells her that that is not so. Sure he is. Man is very intelligent. My father, he is a man, knows as much as my teacher. Okay. He knows almost as much. I betcha. Which means it's an informal way of saying I bet you. Bet means I place a bet. Okay. I'm sure. I'm sure he knows almost as much. She is saying she doesn't still believe. She cannot grasp the idea that man can teach students. She has never seen in her life a man teaching students. Okay, okay, guys. When you see, certain people say that certain things cannot happen unless and until they see it in front of their eyes, right? Hmm? Can you? So many things. I'm not going into the details, but certain people think that they don't believe certain things. Ghost, for example. Has anyone seen a ghost? Unless and until I see a ghost, I will not believe in ghost, isn't it? Huh? So the same way, huh? But you all will believe in ghost. You all will have to believe in ghost. Why? Not in movies. You are right now looking at one with a daddy and a misa. Okay. Okay. So he knows almost as much, I betcha. Okay. So that is what Margie says. Margie wasn't prepared to dispute that. She said, I wouldn't want a strange man in my house to teach me. So she is not getting the idea. She is not at all getting the idea of a man teaching. She cannot understand the idea of that a man can teach such people. Okay, so she was not grasping that idea, and she didn't want to dispute that also because she is a little kid. She knows that she is a little kid. I wouldn't want a strange man in my house to teach me. I don't want a strange man. Okay, that time also, strangers are strangers. Strangers stay strangers. Never talk to stranger. Okay. Okay. So she doesn't want. She is a small child, and she says, "I don't want a stranger in my house teaching me." Then Tommy says, "Tommy's not." He doesn't say. He screamed with laughter. Okay. He was laughing his heart out. LOL. Lol. Tommy screamed with laughter. You don't know much, Maji. You don't know much. The teachers didn't live in the house. They had a special building and all the kids went there. Okay. So that is, see, Maji was getting confused. What is happening over here? Huh? We are sitting in the house. The teacher is in this house living along with us. It is there in the room. Why do we have to go to a building? What kind of school is this? Huh? This is how the school is. So she was really getting confused. Okay. She was getting perplexed. They had a special building and all the kids went there. The teachers came to the building, the students came to the building, they met with each other and they learned from the building. And all the kids learned the same thing. He couldn't grasp the idea. മനസ്സിലാവുന്നേ ഇല്ല ഇത് എന്തോട്ട് സ്കൂൾ ഇത് huh? What is this? And all the kids learn the same thing. I am learning something, the same thing will be learned by another person. How come that is possible? Okay, sure. If they were the same age, if they were of the same age, they would be learning the same thing. But my mother says a teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl it teaches, and that each kid has to be taught differently. Nowadays, you can find different type of students in one classroom itself. They all sit together. They will be of the same age. Some will be of not of the same age. Why? Because they will have taken exam. They might have failed, and they might be able to be made to sit in the same class as before. Sometimes your kid in your generation it won't be there. In my generation it was like, and in my class there was one uncle when I was in 10th standard. There was an uncle. Okay. Yes, but with the same heart. Okay. We were all, what age you write an SSLC in a 10th standard. When you reach 10th standard, you are 16, right? Huh? Sweet 16 you are. But we had an uncle with us who was 28, 12 years elder than us. Okay. But he was very jovial and he was so experienced. He was so experienced. We could learn much more than what we learned from a school, when a classroom. We could learn much more. Okay, so he was a great guy, by the way, and he passed. Okay, he passed finally. With the help of some great people, he passed. Okay. So just the same. But yes, that is very important, guys. What Maji's mother says. But my mother says a teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl. So, in the future, the mechanical teacher was adjusted in such a way that it fits the mind of each girl and a boy. So, they were taught according to their abilities. They never thought that, they never checked what more a student could learn. They only adjusted according to the ability of the people, of the pupil. Okay. So it was adjusted. And that each kid has to be taught differently. Okay. Yeah. Ayo, will 2:30, it's already 2 3. Some more time. Okay. Wait for some more time. Then yes, and all the kids learned the same thing, and they were taught differently. Just the same. They didn't do it that way then. It was not done that way during our period, right? If you don't like it, you don't have to read the book. So Tommy started feeling that Maji was not at all interested in the book or what the book contained in it. Okay, Maji was seeing all negative things about school. So Tommy tells Maji, if you don't want to read the book, don't read. Okay, and okay, Maji said quickly, I didn't say I didn't like it. I didn't say I didn't like it. Maji says she's interested, but she's curious. She was really curious to know much more of that type of school, the old kind of school, how it will be. Okay. So she was really getting increasingly curious to know much more about the old kind of school. But she's trying to find out. She's trying to get all the answers, all the questions that was in her mind. It was coming out one after the other while Tommy was reading about that book. Okay, I didn't say I don't like it. Margie said quickly. She wanted to read about those funny schools. They weren't even half finished when Margie's mother called. Margie, school. Yo, time's up, right? Margie looked up. Not yet, Mama. Not yet. I don't want to go to school. I want to read about school. But I don't want to go to school. Okay, that is what she was saying. Margie looked up. Not yet, Mama. Now, said Mrs. Jones. And it's probably time for Tommy too. Tommy, it's time for you too. You have to go to learn. You have to also go to school and learn. Their school was a mechanical teacher. It was not a building. It was just a room where a mechanical tin block was sitting in a corner, and where they have to face a TV screen and learn from that. Margie said to Tommy, "Can I read the book some more with you after school?" Tommy says, "Maybe," he said nonchalantly. What is meant by nonchalantly? Not showing much interest or enthusiasm, carelessly. Maybe. He walked away whistling, the dusty old book tucked beneath his arm. Okay. So it was really boring, right? Like right now, you're sitting inside your houses. You're sitting alone. You're not alone among your friends. You can't talk with your friends. You are sitting alone in your house, facing a screen where an ugly looking teacher is taking
Mm.
ununderstandable or unintelligible things. Isn't it? Who has switched on their mics? And in between, the teacher gets so angry and shouts at children who is not switching off their microphones. Isn't it? Huh? How boring is it? It's so boring, right? Huh? Thank you, Hafiz. It's Akhil, right? Akhile. Okay. So this was the case. This was the scenario. They were really boring periods at that time. Okay, it was really boring at that time. They didn't have time, or they didn't have any friends near them. If it was in school, this will be a session where I will only be able to cover a little bit, because the majority of the time I will be saying, "Keep quiet." Keep quiet, children. Keep quiet. Don't make noise. Hare Agil, you sit there. Don't run around. Da, come and sit over here. Then I'll say, Mariam, look into the book. I'll have to say all these things and I'll be wasting my time over there. And I'll be only teaching one paragraph or 2 or 4 lines in one day. Right? Right now we are about to finish one lesson over here. So it was really okay. So here it is like this. Okay, they were going into their confinements, their jails. It was not a classroom, it was a jail for them. Okay, Maji went into the school room. It was right next to her bedroom. Yeah, Abhinay, Musubita, don't ask for PT. No, guys, no way. I'm not going to give you any PT. Don't ask me for PT, okay? Ahmade Madi. Already there is fan switched on. Okay. I'll go and I'll get stuck in the fan. Okay. Please. Okay. So Maji went into the schoolroom and where was her schoolroom? Tomorrow I'll be asking you questions. Okay. Where was the schoolroom? It was right next to her bedroom. Get up from bed, straight to school. Ayyo, what is this? Just think about that scenario, guys and girls. Just think about that scenario. Over here, when we get up from our bed, we will go straight to the bathroom. But over there, for Maji, it is not same. Okay, it was like getting from bed and getting into the school. ஐயோ என்ன தோல்வி அலே ஐயோ வம்ப தோல்வி so it is really boring, such a boring situation it is. It was right next to her bedroom. Okay, dark scene ആണ് അവിടെ full. And the mechanical teacher was on and waiting for her. It was not like you have to go and switch on the machine. It was like it was ready whenever it was time to study. It will switch itself on. It will come on by itself. So it was like the mechanic teacher will get on and it will call Maji, come here, let's learn. Come, kid, come. So if you are sleeping, also no problem. It will come to your bedroom and wake you up. Come on, get up, let's learn. It was on. It was always on at the same time every day, except Saturday and Sunday. Saturdays and Sundays, except on Saturdays and Sundays, it will be on same time at the same time every day. No exceptions. Okay, except Saturday and Sunday, it was on. Why? Because her mother said little girls learn better if they learned at regular hours. Okay, don't talk, guys. I'm seeing this, what you're doing over there. Okay, don't talk in between the chat. Okay, guys, listen over here. Don't talk among yourself. This is not fair. Okay, guys, I'm simply sitting over here and I'm blah 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 blah, and you are conversing with yourself over there. No. Don't send messages unless and until I ask you to send messages. Okay. So, okay, guys. I was thinking of giving PT to you all, and suddenly you are talking among yourself. So I'll rethink. Okay. And one more thing, guys. Before going into the further classes, one more thing. I don't like to punish children. Okay. I don't really like to punish children. I don't beat. I don't beat usually. Okay. But when the situation arises, if I have to give you punishment, the punishment is one lollipop for one mistake. for me. You'll have to get me a lollipop. If you make two mistakes, it will be one poppins. If you make three mistakes, it will be a 5 star. No, not a 5 star. A dairy milk of 5 rupees. And if you make four mistakes, higher, 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 higher. Okay. And then if there is a person who is making continuous mistake, that person will have to buy for the whole class lollipop. Okay, understand that? Okay. So this is my way of punishing you. Okay, so don't make mistakes. You will suffer economically. You will suffer economically. Okay, so beware. Okay, if no mistakes, I'll be giving you. Yeah, ask your seniors. Okay, so coming back to the lesson, a mother said that little girls learn better if they learned at regular hours. Okay, that's why her mechanical teacher was adjusted in such a way that Maji was taught during the same similar hours every day except Saturdays and Sundays. Okay, yes, yes, Hafiz. The screen was lit up and it said, today's arithmetic lesson is on the addition of proper fractions. Fractions. Please insert yesterday's homework in the proper slot. So it was already up. By the time Margie reached this classroom that was near to her bedroom itself, it was already lit up. The screen was lit up. And what was there on the screen? Today's arithmetic lesson is on the addition of proper fractions. No, 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 Gauri Priya. No, 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 chocolate. I'll be giving you chocolate. Okay. So, is on the addition of proper fractions. Please insert yesterday's homework in the proper slot. Margie did so with a sigh. So she was thinking about the old kind of school and she was not at all liking the new kind or the present, the kind of school that she had, a class teacher, mechanical class teacher. So she did it without any happiness. She was thinking about the old schools they had when her grandfather's grandfather was a little boy. All the kids from the whole neighborhood came laughing and shouting in the schoolyard, sitting together in the schoolroom, going home together at the end of the day. They learned the same things so they could help one another with the homework and talk about it. And the teachers were people, they were not machines. The mechanical teacher was flashing on the screen. When we add fractions 1 by 2 and 1 by 4, dot dot dot. Margie was thinking about how the kids must have loved it in the old school old days. She was thinking about the fun they had. So that's the lesson, The Fun They Had by Isaac Asimov. Margie, a little girl who she is really in love with the old kind of school because she was not at all liking how the present teacher or the mechanical teacher was teaching her. There was no life in it. Huh? There was no life in it. There weren't any students or there weren't any friends alongside Margie to learn together. You can make things happen when you work together, right? When you work together. പണ്ട് കാലങ്ങളിലൊരു കഥയുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. Have you heard of that story? A farmer calls strength in unity. A story about strength in unity. A farmer calls his sons to his bedside while he was about to die, and tells the first child to bring a stick from outside. And when the stick is try to be when they try to break it, it gets broken easily. And then he calls his second son and tells him to take a bunch of sticks and try to break it, but he cannot do it. So, staying together and working together, you can achieve much more than if you try to do it alone. Right? Same way, over there in the old kind of school, students came to school from the neighborhood and they sat together, laughed together, shouting in the schoolyard, having fun, having lots and lots of fun, and also helping the weaker ones in the class to come up in their studies. Okay, so it was a time when a lot of life was there. Okay, what is meant by life? What do you mean by life over there? Huh? What do you mean by life? Life doesn't simply say having the blood run through your veins. No, 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 no. Life in general, which means there is a lot of fun, there is a lot of understanding, there is a lot of caring, there is a lot of sharing, everything. Okay, a person feels alive when he has fun with a good heart. Yes, Ahmed, yes. Okay, if you see a person who always keeps a grumpy face, what is a grumpy face? Ask something to me. Anyone? Ask something to me. Anyone can ask anything. Okay, anything, anything. So Suraj is asking, "How are you?" I am answering. Okay. So if you are keeping a grumpy face, if you are keeping a grumpy face, and if you are always angry, and if you are always sorrow, it is not at all proper, right? If you don't like something, if you are not learning in a good manner, you will not learn properly. You should have that atmosphere among you or near you in order to learn properly. Okay, that is what Isaac Asimov is trying to tell us through this short story. Okay, when you are together, when you are all together, when you come together, you can achieve much more than what you can achieve alone. Okay, my child's name by Deepakan is Arav. Okay, by the way. So thank you very much, all of you. It's already 2:20, so it's already 45 minutes. So yeah, I'm married. What? I'm having kashandi. So I don't you think that? Yes, I will tell you a hi. Okay. So thank you very much, all of you. So that is for today. And tomorrow we will have a small discussion on the question and answers, and also other things at the back of the lesson. That is it's a little bit of grammar, a little bit of question and answer sessions. All those things will happen tomorrow. And if there is much more time, then we will go to the poem also. Okay, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Okay, guys and girls. So those who didn't have lunch can go and have the lunch. Thank you for listening and thank you for staying so good, all of you. Okay, all of you were really good children. So see you tomorrow, same time, same place,
Thank
same.
you, sir.
Okay, thank you.